What's up, guys? Welcome back to Miami Dolphins Syndicate. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you to all those that have subscribed and will subscribe. We're on the road to 500, almost there. We are also going to be streaming the draft this coming Thursday, so make sure y'all tune into that. You can get our live reactions and thoughts to every pick in the draft, as well as, if certain trades happen, they happen, and we can break them down for you, especially if they involve the Miami Dolphins. Now, to get started, Aaron Rodgers officially has been traded to the New York Jets, and we can talk about what this means for the Dolphins. First, we're going to tell you the compensation. They're swapping first-round picks this year, so the Packers get number 13, the Jets get number 15. The Jets give up a second-round pick, their first second-round pick, because they have multiple, to the Packers as well, along with a sixth-round pick, and they get in return a fifth-round pick. They also have a conditional second-round pick for next year if Aaron Rodgers, I don't know why he wouldn't meet this requirement, but if he plays 65% of the snaps this year, then that second-round pick becomes a first-round pick. So more than likely going to be a first-round pick for the Packers that they're going to get. So Packers absolutely fleeced the Jets. So this needs to work out for the Jets, given they haven't had any success drafting any kind of quarterbacks, and their team, at least defensively, is built to win and win now. Offensively, they have a new offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett. Now he's very familiar with Rodgers. And so what does this mean? So the AFC East has got to be the most stacked division in football. Now, we thought the same thing about the AFC West last year, and then it kind of turned into a little bit of a blunder. But Aaron Rodgers, not Russell Wilson. He's way better. And the Dolphins, the Dolphins, the only thing we really got going against us is, a little bit of offensive line, and then Tua's health question marks. Now, Tua has been working vigorously this offseason to correct those question marks. Now, we've talked about it quite a bit this offseason so far, about his jiu-jitsu training and all that. So what could this mean for the Dolphins? Does this heavily impact the Dolphins? Now, I'm going to go to my irrational self, which I don't really think is irrational, but it don't matter. It don't matter. Now, excuse me if I broke your headphones there, people, but it don't matter. It doesn't matter how good your quarterback is. This defense is elite, it is deep, and no one, absolutely no one, is going to be running the show on us. No one. No defense in NFL history has had two all-pro corners like the Dolphins have Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. You're talking about two potential future Hall of Fame players. And yes, I'm putting Xavier Howard in that conversation for future Hall of Fame. I don't care. Don't at me, or do. I don't care. In this defense, given Xavier Howard had, he had the injuries last year, and he is, he has a good injury history. But Nick Needham's coming back. Kader Kohu is coming back better than ever. Trill Will is coming back. This defense was absolutely ravaged by injuries and bad coaching last year. Now we have one of the best defensive coordinators in NFL history. In NFL history, guys. And we upgraded our linebackers. Now, David Long, once again, has some injury history, but when he's on the field, he is no doubt better than Landon Roberts. No doubt. A lot of the stuff that went over the middle last year, which is what killed the defense, is because Landon Roberts could not guard anyone, especially, when he's in that little linebacker spiral. And we got Channing Tindall, who sat on the bench all last year. They got big plans for him this year. It doesn't matter who they have at quarterback. If none of their receivers are open, and they can't get the running game going because we have this stout linebacker group and stout defensive line, no one is running on this team. Now, Breece Hall torched us in the first game last year. He did. He absolutely did. And he's coming back. And he's probably going to be better this year. But guess what? It don't matter. They're going to throw screens to him? Cool. We have the linebackers with the speed to get to the corners and tackle him. We have the safeties to go and just absolutely demolish him. It don't matter. Cool, they have Garrett Wilson. He'll get locked up by Jalen Ramsey or Xavier Howard. It don't even matter. We don't need a shadow anymore. We can be like, okay, you can take him this time. Who they got after that? McCole Hardman? Come on. Who they got after that? Alan Lazard? I love Alan Lazard. I wanted him on the Dolphins this year. Still no. He's not getting it open against this secondary. Absolutely not. No one is going... This is going to be an absolute no-fly zone. It doesn't matter if they have Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers only has 3 seconds to throw the ball, and that's a max of 3 seconds, he's probably going to have like 2 to 2.5 seconds to throw that ball. And it's going to be an absolute lockdown coverage. There's no way. There's no way. I'm telling you. Aaron Rodgers, I guarantee you, in the combined 2 games that we play this year, is going to throw for under 500 yards and under 3 touchdowns. Don't at me or do. I don't care. I don't care. Now, this does make, in my opinion, the Jets the second best team in this division. I think that the Bills have regressed. Now, they don't have Leslie Frazier, so they're going to have Sean McDermott calling the plays. Now, a lot of Bills fans are saying that this is an upgrade. Now, Sean McDermott ran that defense perfectly his first year. He really did. That defense was stout. And don't get me wrong, but there's a reason he passed it off. Is because he wanted to coach the entire team. He didn't want to focus solely on the defense. Now, he also hasn't called the defense in 3-4 years. So how good is he going to be getting back on the horse? Is it going to kind of be like defenses nowadays aren't playing like they were 3-4 years ago? So, I mean, Vic Fangio had a whole year to kind of determine what he wanted to do when he wanted to build a defense when he came back this year. McDermott doesn't have that. He has 6 months. Not even. Because you really want to have your defensive scheme and how you want to build it all together before the draft. So he really had less than a month to kind of get what he needs together for this defense. Now, it's not going to be that big of a change, but there's still going to be changes. They lost Tremaine Edmonds. Now, they do have Matt Milano, who's a good linebacker. They have Von Miller, who's a great linebacker. He's coming back from injury. Now, he is older. He does have an injury history, so what does that mean for him? Is he going to be a limited snap basis? Is he really going to be as effective as he has been? We'll see. But we also have seen that their secondary, now, while great with starters, they have a great secondary with starters, top 5 secondary with their starters. If something happens to Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, which has happened over the past couple years, they're going to be, they're going to be in the gutter. They don't have a backup safety that's worth a damn. Now, given that the Dolphins had a similar situation, but I think Deshaun Elliott is more than capable. He's a starter according to multiple scouts and GMs. He's a starter in this league and PFF, if you guys trust that. But he's a starter in this league if you put him on 15 other teams. So yeah, he's a bottom tier starter, but hey, that's who you want as your backup. And then below that, we have Justin Bethel, who I actually really like and his game, but he's mostly a special teams player. But then you go to our linebacker group, Andrew Van Ginkel, he's mostly an edge rusher, but he can cover. You got David Long Jr., Jerome Baker, if he can ever get his head around the ball, could be really good in coverage. Channing Tindall. We have good linebackers and deep. There's almost no drop-off if you take Baker off the field and replace him. Now David Long, that may be a different situation. We can see how Tindall plays this year, but I like, the 5 snaps that he played. I liked 3 of them. So that's a positive direction. It's unknown, but we also have one of the best linebacker coaches as a defensive coordinator. That's Vic Fangio's specialty, is the linebacker group. Now you can throw Jalen Phillips in there if you want. I really don't count as a linebacker, more defensive edge rusher. But yeah, but even then you have Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Ogba's coming back. Like, come on. Don't even let me get to Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, and Taylor. Like, come on. Yeah. So I mean, this defense absolutely stout, and then our offense. We still have Waddle. We still have Hill. Now they have Diggs, and they got Sherfield from us, and they have Gabe Davis. But Gabe Davis is a wide receiver 3, and Trent Sherfield also like a wide receiver 3 to 4. So it's like they need a wide receiver too, because if Diggs is just gonna get double covered with Jalen and Javon Holland, like, I'm sorry, Gabe Davis is not gonna cross up Xavier Howard or Kader Kohu for that matter. So, or Nick Needham. Like, let's be real. And Trent Sherfield, same thing. Like, like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, that's an upgrade from what you had last year, but that's still, now you need a receiver in the draft. Will they go get a receiver in the draft? Who knows? But it doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying, like, we'll see if Josh Allen's elbow injury really affected him that much this coming year. I still don't like their offensive coordinator. I really don't. No, a lot of Bills fans didn't like him, but Bills fans being Bills fans are going to defend their offensive coordinator because it's their offensive coordinator. Even though I called personally for Josh Boyer's head the entire year last year, Bills fans are going to be like, man, this guy sucks. And then the next week they're going to be like, man, don't even talk about our offense. His numbers, Josh Allen's numbers didn't drop off. I'm like, did y'all watch the games? Come on now. Bills Twitter, get your shit together. Fins up, baby. But yeah, this don't mean Aaron Rodgers don't mean crap. It don't. Now, the Jets will be better, but as far as when they play the Dolphins, it don't matter. This shouldn't concern the Dolphins. Like, okay, whoop-de-doo, like, the Jets are going to be a little bit closer to the Dolphins this year than they were last year. Whoop-de-doo. I guarantee they still split with New England. Want to know why? Because New England always finds a fucking way to win. Excuse my language there. But yeah, fins up, baby. Don't forget, tune in to our live stream for the NFL draft. Me and Jacob will be doing day 1 together. I'm not sure if he works or not for day 2. I will be streaming day 2 as well. Day 3, I don't think we'll be streaming, but we might if there's enough demand for it. So let us know. Peace. Love y'all.